everybody. Okay, so I know I've kind of uploaded a few videos tonight on just random stuff, but this one right here is probably going to be my favorite. So, recently I have traveled out of state and I went down to Louisiana and specifically in Alexandria, and I went to their zoo. And let me tell you, I'm almost 30 and I'm still probably the biggest kid that you will ever meet. I love going to the zoos, aquariums, theme parks, everything like that. I'm probably a kid trapped in a grown up's body. I never grew up for the most part. So I went to this zoo in Alexandria, the Alexandria Zoo, and I'm telling you right now, it's probably the funnest experience I've had. It's not like the most major zoo that they have there. They have a few more in just the whole state in Louisiana. But this zoo, it was the beginning of July, beginning of this month, and mind you, in the South, it starts getting hot in February here. And so I went down there and I went through the whole zoo, and it's amazing to me. It's small. I mean, it's not small, but it's not one of the big zoos. It's probably about medium, small kind of thing. But they had a lot of things like my normal zoo. We have giraffes, we have elephants, we have all the normal stuff. But this one, they don't have any giraffes, they don't have any elephants. It's smack dab in the middle of the city. And it's one of those weird things that you don't see it coming until you see the sign and you've passed it and it's gone already. It's inconspicuous completely. You don't know it's there until you've gone past. And so I go in and I go through it and everything, and I'm, like I said, I'm just a big kid. I'm having so much fun. I'm taking pictures with my phone. I'm sitting there just like, ooh, looking at everything, just having so much fun. But it was one of those things. Everybody that I met and talked to was amazing, and they were sweet. They actually looked like they loved their job, which you don't find. I mean, hell, honestly, I don't even love my job. I like it. I like some of the people I work with and some of the customers, yes. But that's everybody. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And I hope to God nobody high management sees this, and if they do, I'm sorry. But the people there genuinely look like they loved their job and loved what they do, and you don't find that often. And they had different animals that I don't see at my zoo. And like I said, we have like the basic animals of the giraffe, the elephant, and everything like that. But they didn't have that. They had like all this extra different stuff. And it was just one of those weird things that I couldn't help but pull my phone out and take pictures of to show my kids, my family, my friends, and just be like, oh my God, look at this. This thing is so weird looking. This thing is so cool looking. It's just, it was weird, but in a great way, not even a good way, in a great way. It's just like, it's every zoo has different things, and I know that. And I've been to the Memphis Zoo, I've been to my local zoo, and now I've gotten to go to this zoo, and just the personality of the zoo is amazing. It, like I said, it's smack dab in the middle of Alexandria, just about. At least it seemed like it to me. And the people there were amazing. It was hot as can be, but just about around every freaking corner there was one of those giant, huge industrial fans blowing air on you. You went into one of those small walkthroughs for like the amphibians or the snakes or the spiders, kind of creepy, gross stuff that girls don't like me. I don't do all that. But then they had cold air conditioning in it. So you'd get to walk through, and they were just sporadic all through the zoo. You'd have one over here, one back here. And so you'd get to get air conditioning. And then when they weren't there, they had these big, huge fans, which in my local zoo, last time I went, we didn't have that. So that was one plus side. And then I was also told from the person I was with that they do little shows to where you can pet the animals and stuff like that. And I know most zoos do that, but I didn't get to do it because they weren't doing it when I went, which I want to. But I also found out that they are going to be putting in an aviary And for those who don't know, it's just like one of those little bird cages that you can go in and feed the birds and pet the bird. No, you can try and pet the birds. If you can pet them, let me know. And just kind of, you walk through it. It's just like a little tiny room that you can go in and feed the birds and stuff like that. In my zoo, we have that, and that's probably my favorite part, aside from the penguins. The aviary is my favorite part. You give them like $1 and you get a full cup of bird juice or drink, or it's like sugar water basically for the birds. And I got just like swarmed by birds when I went. I had some on my head and I prayed to God that they wouldn't poop on me, on my shoulders, on my arms. I mean, I had so much fun just at the one in my local zoo. And to know that this zoo is actually bumping up and doing that also, I will definitely 100%. Once they open, I will, hopefully I can be there for opening day. I support this zoo 100%, and I've only been one time. And they're great. Just the people who work there, the woman at the front desk that you have to pay to, she was really sweet. She didn't have like an attitude, and we asked a few questions, and she was never rude. And then anybody that we encountered at the zoo was amazing. Great personalities, great just everything with the zoo. It's one of those things I'd pay for that drive to go back and not think twice about it. And that's a pretty decent drive for me, so it's a great zoo. And even if you have the money, if you live in Louisiana, I would suggest going to the Alexandria Zoo, even if it's a small zoo compared to the one that you live near. I would go to it. And then if you live in one of the surrounding states, or even way up north or way up to the east or the west or anything like that, I would definitely 100% say go to the Alexandria Zoo. It's one of those, what was the saying that they said when I was in school? I think the acronym for it was KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And this zoo, it was simple, but it was amazing. It's one of those ones, it's big enough to where you get to see a bunch of things, but small enough in the summer to when it's really, really hot, you're not dying from the heat. You can actually do it in like an hour and a half or less, depending on if it's you or your kids, or a church event, a work event, a school event. It won't take long for you to get through it, but it's long enough to where you can enjoy yourself. You're not paying $20-$30 or whatever they cost to get in to go through it in 5 minutes. You're also not paying $20-$30 to go through it and it take 3-4-5 hours. You get your money's worth. It's not a lot, it's not too much, it's not enough. It's a good amount to get in, and then the actual going through it is good too. It's not too hot. There's a bunch of shaded area, and mind you, I'm a little chubby, so I don't like heat. I mean, look, my little bingo wings. Yeah, I'm a chubby girl, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't take well to heat. But this zoo did not kill me like the zoo at my house. It's hot to me at my zoo, and I won't go to it during the summer just because I don't like heat. But this zoo, most of it is actually shaded, which surprised me because I don't see that. I loved it, and I plan on going back this fall when it cools down so I can take my time. Because like I said, I don't like heat. I don't do well. Big girls like me, we don't do well in the heat. So, but I would venture the heat every day just to go back to this zoo and not think twice about it. I loved it. It's a little smidge bit better than my local zoo, but it's also smaller. So, my fat lazy butt, I don't like heat. I'm not even gonna lie. But I'd give it 10, 15, 5, whatever the starring limit is. I'd give it every star it deserves for it. So, if you get the chance and are either in the South or you live in the South, you definitely need to go to the Alexandria Zoo in Alexandria, Louisiana. The director is a sweetheart. Amazing. The girl that worked the front desk just to pay, she was sweet. And all the miscellaneous people that we saw throughout the zoo, the maintenance men, the veterinarians, the animal cage keepers or whatever they call them. They were all sweet. They were all amazing. I would definitely 100% give it a 10, 5 stars, whatever your grading scale is for stuff. It's up there. It's the best you can get. It was an amazing zoo. And again, it was the Alexandria Zoo in Alexandria, Louisiana. You need to go visit it. You have to. If you don't do anything else this summer, go see it. Or even in the fall when it cools down, if you're like me and don't like the heat. Again, the Alexandria Zoo in Alexandria, Louisiana. Best zoo I've been to by far. And I've went to the Memphis Zoo, and that's a pretty darn good zoo if you ask me. But this one was simple. Best space you can get. It's not too big, not too small, not too expensive, not too cheap kind of thing. It was a great zoo. I liked it. And like I said, I'm a big kid, but I loved the zoo. And again, it's the Alexandria Zoo in Alexandria, Louisiana. Make sure y'all go to it. And if you do, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And I'm still new at this, so if you want to subscribe. If not, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Just make sure you at least keep watching the videos. Y'all have a good night. Bye.